Welcome back to episode 4 of Breck Talk, a Breck Live podcast. I'm Jonah Miller. I'm here with my co-host, Todd Galloway, William Thornhill, and Devin Dean. And today we're going to do kind of like we did yesterday, except today we had the Lady Tiger basketball team here with us. We're going to kind of recap the first couple of games they played, preview Meade County, and just ask some other questions that we have for them today. Today with us, we are joined by sophomore guard Adelynn Moorman and junior guard Kylie Carby. Thanks for coming on today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Kind of go into detail, how has the season started off for the Lady Tigers?
I think we've started off pretty strong. I mean, we've had a lot of assists the last 4 games, and we've been hitting a lot of shots and hoping we can do that tomorrow and keep it going.
What are some things that the Lady Tigers maybe have done well so far to start off the season, whether that's maybe playing defense, shooting, passing the ball? What things have you guys done well so far?
Well, we kind of lost some of our offensive advantage losing Caroline this past year, but we have definitely improved on our passing. Everyone's learning to score, and it's just been really fun this year.
On the flip side, what are some things that you guys have seen? Maybe that's not killing you guys, but maybe some little tweaks you guys need to improve on before this big matchup and in the games moving forward.
I think our rebounding is kind of what's been hurting us, really. The first game we played Edmonson County, we really struggled on the board, and they killed us. So I think around that area, I think we can improve a lot. And I honestly think our communication on defense, I think, could really get a lot better too.
Has anyone surprised you in practice or games?
Rowan has stepped up a lot this year, I think. She's learning her role, and it's been really good for her this season so far.
I'm going to tag along and say Adelynn. I mean, she's had a few big games lately, so she's definitely surprised me.
When you lose a player like Caroline Lucas, it's kind of hard to know who's going to step up the next season, but I'm glad that Lady Tigers have some players that are stepping up and can make a real difference this year for them. Adelynn, the other night you had a tremendous game. I think you had 8 threes. You tied your mom with the record. Kind of take us through what you were feeling that night and how did it feel to accomplish such a feat?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. That first 3 I hit, it felt really good, and I was just like, okay, just keep that same form. You got it. And then after I hit that 4th one, I was like, oh, my gosh. I had that in the back of my head. I was like, come on, just beat Mom's record. But it was really fun. I'm so glad I get to share that with her now, though.
I noticed where you slapped your hands on the floor at the end of the game. What was going on in your head during that time frame?
I mean, I was a little upset, but I mean, Kinley, it was all right. I was okay with it. I mean, it would have been nice to beat it, but I'm not mad at her. It's okay.
Do you think that you could tie it or beat it again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so young. I'm still a sophomore. I've got 2 more years under my belt and a lot more games this season, so I'll hopefully beat it. We'll see.
The night that you hit 8 threes, I think that was also your career high for points too. Do you think you could possibly break how many points you scored that night later on in your career?
Yeah, I definitely was not expecting that till probably my senior year. I'm not going to lie. I mean, last year I didn't score much. I was more of a defensive player, but this year I'm learning my offensive role very well. So I think I'll beat it, hopefully tomorrow night. But
speaking of tomorrow night, you guys have a big game against Meade County, our arch rivals here. Take us through, what is your guys' favorite thing about playing in the Meade County-Breck County rivalry game?
No doubt the atmosphere at the games. It's so fun when both pep sections are screaming. You got a packed house. There's nothing compared to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just the atmosphere is so much fun to play in, and especially playing against them girls. We've played against them our whole high school careers, and it's always fun beating them, especially on our court.
What has changed in practice, for preparation for Friday? Have you guys done anything different?
We've definitely been a lot more focused this week. We've been learning a few different things, offensively, defensively, and just kind of going over the game plan as best we can so we can be prepared.
Yeah, I agree with that. We've learned so much this past week just about them, and we've watched film, and I think we're prepared. We're ready.
With a player like Peyton Bradley, how do you plan on guarding her?
Our game plan really is just push her off the three-point line as best we can. We're going to double her on every ball screen, every handoff, and just try to get the ball out of her hands and kind of force the other players to score, really. It's kind of our whole game plan.
I know you guys, your main players are Kylie, Elizabeth, you two, Josie. Who will need to step up for the Lady Tigers on Friday to make sure that you guys come out with the W?
Well, I think we're starting off Elizabeth on on Peyton, and she's gonna have to do with that and handling the ball. So I mean, it's gonna be tough on her, but we're gonna be there to help her. So we'll just see how it goes.
I just think all of us really need to step up and play our role and keep our composure, really, so we can get a W.
Speaking of Meade County, I know they're probably one of the best teams in the region as well. Is there any other teams in the region that you guys have maybe, like we asked the boys yesterday, maybe have circled on your calendar or are excited to play against as the season goes along?
Yeah, we're definitely ready. I'm ready for Davis County. Meade County just beat them on their court, which Davis County definitely did not have their best game, but that shows that Meade County can be just as good as the number one ranked in the region right now, Davis. So we play them, next Monday? Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I'm ready to play them. It'll be a good game.
How do you feel about your chances winning the region this year?
I mean, I think our chances are pretty good. I mean, honestly, I think the region is, really, evenly distributed this year, and I think the competition is really well, so we'll see what happens.
What are some teams that you look out for, really? Or, as you said, they're all kind of even, but
I'd say Owensboro, the Owensboro Catholic. I mean, Owensboro Catholic's going to be good every year, but Owensboro, they've won, the past 2 years? Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they're definitely, they didn't lose, but they lost a few seniors, but they're still going to be good, so.
Owensboro is definitely one of mine that I've had circled. I mean, they beat us the last 2 years in the regional semifinals, so I really want to beat them this year and kind of get that back.
We're going to talk about maybe your guys' team here for a second. Who is a person on the team that maybe if Coach Moorman gets really mad and the locker room's kind of quiet, who's that person that kind of lifts up the energy and gets the, kind of brings in a little laughter, brings some joy back into the locker room if you guys are having a tough time?
Well, it's usually me getting yelled at. So, I'd say probably Josie or Kylie. Josie probably helps us get back on our feet the most. She always got something to say, so.
Is there any pressure on winning tomorrow's game against Meade County?
I think there's pressure. I mean, we beat them in districts last year. There's always pressure, really, against Meade County. We always want to win, but to be honest, I think we have the advantage. We're experienced, and I think we can win.
Yeah, I agree with that. We beat them the last time on their home court. That felt good. And we beat them with their seniors last year. So, I mean, we definitely got everything we need to beat them. We just got to execute.
I know last year this really was a big hit between Meade and Breck County, but the Barstool Post. Are you guys in favor or for the Barstool Post? Do you guys like seeing that during the rivalry week leading up to the game?
I personally love it. I love seeing it and both schools going at each other. It makes it more fun, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I like it, but if it's me, I don't know. but yeah, I like it. It's so much fun.
That friendly yet very competitive and type of rivalry, it's something that we all, growing up in Breckenridge County, we all like experiencing. I'm sure you guys have, just like we always have. Growing up, like we said yesterday, always taught that we don't necessarily like Meade County that much, but when that game comes around, it's always such a fun atmosphere to play in, and we always want to come out with the W.
When you do have that atmosphere, do you like to feed into it and let it fuel you, or do you just kind of tune it out the whole game?
I definitely feed into it. I love when you make a big shot and the crowd goes wild and you're just like hyping your team up, hyping you up. I mean, it's great. I love it.
Well, if nobody else has any more questions today, I would like to thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
I think we all really like doing this podcast, and we hope to get some more episodes soon. We know the school and the community likes to listen to them as well. To you guys tuning in today, thank you for tuning in. Like yesterday, make sure if you're not subscribed to subscribe and hit that like button. We appreciate the support. And if you're iffy about coming out to the game Friday or not for sure have plans, or if they get canceled last minute, please come out and support the Lady Tigers and Fighting Tigers as they take on Meade County. It's something worth to come watching. Thank you for joining us.